If anybody got any questions, put in the chat again. Right? Anything anybody want to talk today? Put in the chat. Right? So, yeah. Uh, word for Lord. That's the word for Lord is Hazahab. Look in the word, when you look up phrase, there's a phrase that says, Khan Adawan Khan. I've been looking for the scripture for a long time. We found it on one Sabbath service, and I told someone to write the location of this down. He never did, and but this was our way of saying, "Sir, yes, sir." Right? Of course, Khan is our way of saying yes. I'm saying yes, Lord, yes. Yes, Lord, yes. Okay. Now the wash in the middle of a word signifies that you're doing something. Some confirming of some action. The cord is going underneath. Hold on. Underneath. There we go. And that's the other one is. Right? That's the institute of theme. Right? But the rightful word that you're going to see everywhere is Adam. Okay? So now, in what instances would you use these two? You say you're applying to a man who will be doing Kan, but then you want to say, this is my Lord, Captain Desire. You say, Adam, Captain Desire. Okay? This is good. I was asking for the future. That's what the Adam, no, Adonai is Adam, yeah. I, right? I, that is a transliterate, right? If you want per word transliteration, say yeah. Yeah. So you see yeah at the end of the word, you'll put I at the end of the word in the English transliteration. Okay? The scripture for this, we came across this in a Sabbath service. I'm with somebody, and I told them to write it down. I said, write the scripture down. And I believe they did, but they didn't. Right? The Sabbath service probably about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I put the writing up for the same purpose because in the Sabbath service, you learn the bulk of your Hebrew from the Sabbath service. The things, the secrets of Hebrew, you're gonna find in the Sabbath service. The things you write down are the key things that are to be taught, that are going to be extremely exclusive, even to the school, to the world, in the earth. Right? And then, of course, the priests that operate the service by means of doing the reading or the teaching, they're not going to be able to lock it down and conduct the service in an efficient manner of time. Right? So, can't remember who, right? But somebody, we found it. It might have been it wasn't Samuel. It might have been, right? That is, Samuel. We found it. And I've been asking for it for years now. If anybody's ever come across it, to do a Sabbath service, when you come across this thing right here, this little school that from that scripture. We found it. Everybody can find it. Or in the time to come, please make be diligent, to deliver it to the peace. Right? Very important. Yeah. Again? What? So, 8, oh Lord, our Lord, how excellent is thy name, oh Lord. Look at this phrase right here. I don't want to. The word Adon, you're going to see that all over the Bible. Anywhere from Genesis to Malachi. The phrase other one. Or even if you see another phrase for other one, right? So if you want to implement this pattern, you have to see the usage of the past. Even the scriptures say in Jeremiah, speak the old past. Right? So even the business of the school is to find that old past. That's the business of the ISUPK. Right? Not really, of course, we have the tradition that we have, right? In building up our culture, right? Even in this is putting on flesh on the bone, right? So you see things that will say, being that we're men, we have our tradition. You know what I mean? So the business of this school right here, right? I didn't make this school. Hannah didn't make this school, right? But of course he inherited it. And his business was to find the old way. That's the business of the school. It's not to find a modern way. A lot of people out there, they hated the school because they want the school to be more modern and down with modern times. The business of the school is to find the old way, old way. Right? The reason why we even write the last one for Josh, right? Where we go is to pick up from the old path. Right? It's not to find the old is matter, but it's to find the old path from where we left go. We have to pick up the bag that we dropped. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing of school. Right? So even I have writing from King Solomon's time and then, right? That's why we use this handwriting that we do, right? I want to go for keywords that we need to know. Right? Someone asked me earlier about older. We also this question here. Right? The keyword for that is top, or really the root word is halal. Right? Halal is the word for pain. Right? Pain. A little bit of confused, right? Halal, I'm still in the wrong. Now you can see someone write this or this. Right? In the English, don't put it on, right? People write these spelling, right, or this, right? You see this in a lot of our books. We're referring to the child, right? Those are oppressors, dealing with academic reasons to try to give you an idea of how this Hebrew character is sounded. So you might see this, you might see somebody like this, right? You see, they say they got a country in Ukraine called Car, like a car right here. That car, you got words like Kemet, right? That Kemet was spelled with a K, like Kemet, or some short starting like, we got to go over there, they'll put a KAA to say, like, right? And for those, we're talking about Ham, right? The biblical Ham in the Bible, which in the Hebrew will be written like so, Ma, right? Karma. That word essentially means heart, right? And this is the name of the African nation, right? They before they were divided into 4 parts: Mizraim, Put, Put, and Canaan, right? This same word right here, right, will be written as Hem without the I. Hem. When you see them say Hemet, right? Hemet, with an E-T. That's not all the Negroes just saying it and not know how to spell or pronounce this. The book will say these, right? And Hemet will be Hemite, right? But, street scholars out there, who their education is by talking and teaching, from second person, Hemite became Hemet. Okay? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, ah, in the Bible. Ah, yeah. Yeah, the African, push, yeah, that's right. With, let's break down those things. Right? So, you need these for your office. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm using a blue one right here. I think it's good. The red one is not kicking the way I want it to kick. I'm not sure how well people can see them online. Put this up a little higher too. The light. I'm worried about the light. How it looks. Okay. So let's get the nations of Ham. It's clear. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back to the. Yeah. Nations. Nations. Ham. And of course, my reputation is being a Hebrew teacher, right? And I'll say that I only have the reputation of being a Hebrew teacher based on my diligence in trying to get all of that I could out of the Sabbath services when I conducted the Sabbath service. Right? I didn't simply just read along in the Hebrew of the Sabbath service. It was to point out what things mean in the Hebrew as you read it. Right? So one time, of course, when I first was able to take part in the Sabbath service, I read Waya Amar Masha, Waya Amar Yahawa Al Masha La Amar Manya Yashua. But I didn't know what I was saying, right? A lot of the words I didn't know how to pronounce it at the end. I wouldn't say Yashua, I would say, I wouldn't say Amar, I might say Amara, right? Until during the service, somebody took the initiative, the initiative, right? to expound and grow from the stages where you are at. Okay? So you see the words Goya, right? Goya is one way to say nation, right? How can be written in different ways, right? The main way is to say Ma, right? Ma, and then Ham, right? Come, right? And then you see, and then not put a space between and the car, because in Hebrew there will be no space between the mark and the car. So now, for educational purposes, so that you do not get mixed up and say, will come, or thinking that the word is will come, I'm gonna put a line here, I'm gonna put a line here, right? So that you can now see the distinction, you can see the difference, right, of what I'm doing. Okay? So the nations of Ham, there are 4 of them, right? There's 4 of them. 4 in Hebrew are by. By. Okay? Ah, ba, ah, by. By. Okay? Yeah. Of course, in the Hebrew, we write from right. Okay? So it's I write English from the right. In the Hebrew, we write from right to left. Very good. Notice I don't know the order of the nation of Ham. Right? I don't know the order of who the oldest is, and I know the million Canaan. Read that first. Right? But we're just going from what we know, right? The even on the Egyptians, from the is right here. Is right. All right, here. The same thing we're talking about yesterday. It says Adonai, right? The I in Hebrew will be God. The word is Mount Hazar. Mount Hazar. Hazar. The word for the Egyptians. These are the Egyptians. Egyptians. Good. What is our breakdown? Right? When we're young, how we say things in plural. Right? What is our is how we say slavery. Right? Bondage, slavery. There's a book saying the word bondage, but that's the book word, the academic word. The word I grew up from what the roots is slavery. From slavery. If you learn to say slavery in Hebrew, it'll be that one. Mark is all. Right? So like that. With a like that. Okay, one? Okay, okay. Right. Mark young. Yeah, I feel alone. Right? Yeah, it's a response. You put one in the chat. Okay, okay, okay. Leave it on for a while. Yeah, leave it on for a while. I mean, let me just yeah, good. Enough is all. Right? The word Mustazar is the breakdown with the Mustazar. Right? Mustazar, right? Mustazar. Now, key thing, I pointed out to you before, Ma, is preposition to say of. All words that begin with Ma in Hebrew are usually, always compound words. What do I mean by that? Right? That Ma, or this word that begins with a Ma, right? That Ma was added onto another word to form the word definition, right? So now you have to think back Well, before in time, there was nothing called a television, right? Only because now we have the television, I guess, right? Only now can we say television and we know what it is. But before that, right? Before there was a television, when the television was made, someone had to give a name for this device, right? So, telly, look at what telly is. Of course, it's right on that. And then we have to look at what vision is. You know, vision is the thing that we see. So, number one, television is something that you watch because of the vision. And what does telly mean? You might have to do something telecommunication. Who knows, right? Let me get a yes.
Telling means far or distant.
There you go. Right?
It's often used as a prefix to words
There we go. The telling is for vision. What's a right definition for vision? Yeah. Well, really, visio. What's the right definition for visio? Right? Without Latin, so that okay. What was telling? Tell me what it is. For someone online, right? What I'm doing right here with television, this is what you have to do with evil. If you want to do it, of the oppressor. So same thing when we read about in Thessalonians, Colossians, Galatians, we're still under these people. The evidence is the names of the cities around us. Okay? We're still in their empire. Okay? You see video? Right. So, right. Or look up. Analogy of ON. ON is its own thing. So not even language, ON. Like a suffix at the end of a word. This is suffix ON. What does it mean? I had a dictionary in the beginning. You got all these things in it too. One time I looked in a dictionary. Don't know who made the dictionary. Don't know if it's Oxford. A long time ago, I stole it from school, from high school. Right? Emo, man. I mean, this is all with the emo. Me too. So we don't do emo, right? Right? I know. You see what I said? Okay, good. ION. The ION, right, is to say now. That's good. And furthermore, in Hebrew, we have the same thing. We have something called a wan. Wan in Hebrew means now. Yeah? Of course, I would say, being that Hebrew is the first language, I'll say the concept of using the ION as a noun come from the English one, which is as a noun. Now, of course, they're not directly the spell of Hebrew, but the concept where we did that is why the earth has that. Okay? Good. Right? So good. Telling is for busy or visio sight. Ion means now. Good. Right? Now we have Ma Tazar. Ma means us. Right? And Tazar is supposed to be what they call a strait. Right? A strait. Like you go through a rocky place. Right? You go into a mountain and there's a part where it's split and you can walk through this narrow path. And the only way you can get out is that way because you can't get out this way where you came from because of all of the people behind you. And you cannot go to the left, you cannot go to the right, and God forbid you go into a dead end down there, and something else comes behind you, like the oppressor who wants to enslave you and put you in these straits. Of a strait became the word for bondage. All right, that's how we got that word. All right, good. You have to learn to break things down. Okay, that is the way. You have to, if we're going to grow in the Hebrew, we have to look at something the same how we would in English and identify what it is. You know what I mean? Same how we look at a scripture and we're taught hill or a mountain in the Bible is a government. God in the Bible in category parables, right? Is wisdom, the moon is knowledge, you know what I mean? Things like that. We have to learn to do the same thing in the Hebrew. Say again? What's that? No. You stand on the moon. And the moon is something to stand on. Right? Wisdom is a thing to shine. So the woman knows clothes is the sun. You know what I mean? Everyone can see her, she has something to say. You know what I mean? Right? A couple years ago, there was a big Israelite group called, they said there was a time when the moon turned red. So the shit was going on and the moon turned red. And then they said, this is biblical prophecy. The moon turned red. And they went out there with all the oppressors out there in Midtown Manhattan and said, yes, this is the biblical prophecy. We had to see it. The moon turned red in the Bible doesn't mean the actual moon turned red. Number one, Revelation is written in parables. It's not straightforward as we read it in the meaning. Right? Okay? You want more of that, you go ask, what does it mean when the moon turns red? It's not supposed to be on flat. You guys are my mind. What does it mean when the moon turns red in Revelation? Right? And moon means understanding. Okay, who's next? Foot, right? Let's do people love the Ethiopians. Oh my God. Right? That's the foreigners love the Ethiopians. And the Hebrew, it will be kawash. I believe this will have a real definition. I don't believe that name was from the Hebrew. Right? Okay. Three would be kawat, foot, which is kawat. Okay. And look at the definition of that. I don't remember having a clear definition of this. Four was Canaan. Right? Canaan. Right? And the Hebrew word was I. Right? And the word Canaan, the word Canaan means humble. Okay? The word Canaan means humble. Right? At the end of the word humble is just like how we said earlier, is to say a noun. Right here means a noun, meaning we're not talking about the verb of being humble, right? We're talking about a man who's named after that verb. What is a noun? A noun is a person, place, or thing. Okay? Put a what? You got a dollar in here, right? Yeah, you get it. Right? You get the boys. You got a strong. Oh, this is a strong. Yeah, you know what I mean? Most of your definitions, I think the Donovan is better. Right. The cover came off, so we got the old one. So you can still look in the strong. You can see something called push. Right? Okay. So you can look at any names in the Zonovan's Bible dictionary. Right? and it will tell you essentially what a name means. Right? Of course, a lot of people call me every day, including today, including yesterday, right? And they their wives, their kids, or my young man, right? And a lot of times, being that being that we're a family, right? I try to tell them how to make a name, right? And it's simply as going in the past, looking at the old past to see how we made names and how we did not make names. Okay? So we're gonna look up right quick, quotes, right? So we can get a definition of the thing and then NLP. In that, so that's going to give the King James version. So I put for the C. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Donovan's picture dictionary. We found quotes, right? It says variant from. So what did I say? Paul, right? The third son of Ham. Oh, you put him in the right, you put him in the right place. You put him nice. I wasn't sure about the order. You know what I mean? The third son of Ham as a nation, right? Identified, hold on, identified with Libya. So it says these Hamites lived in North Africa. These were the Africans that ruled with the Mohammedans. So this was in the north. Right? So these people were the Moors, essentially. Right? The Hamites that ruled with the Mohammedans, the Moors, this was them. Of course, Israelites did roll with them too. Okay? Israelites rolled with everybody. That's why we ended up in slavery. Right? The LXX put as when it's put as food or flight. Right? In Nahum 9, they might identify foot as being adept in the use of heels. A foot has also been taken to signify Egypt by location. Right? So when you look at the word flight, what I do is I go to my trusty um uh, yeah, after the interlinear, right? Interlinear, right? So on Sabbath service, this is how I became skilled in the Hebrew, right? While Sabbath service is going on, I'm reading things in the Hebrew, or another brother reading things in the Hebrew, and I am trying to pick up the definition of the words in the interlinear. See, there's Kawash, Ethiopians, right there, right? Uh, definition of son of Ham. They don't got no definition for his name. Origin probably of a foreign origin. That's why we don't know the definition, because it's not in the Hebrew language. Okay. Now I'm going to check out Amharic. Amharic was a language, I think, from that region. Okay. So that's Kush. That's why we put a question mark on the board for the definition of Kush, because it's not available in the Hebrew, and we're Hebrew teachers. We're not Amharic teachers, all right? Good. Right. Pawat. It doesn't say, well, Pawat, it doesn't say the definition of his name neither. Okay. I'll make you guys see it. There we go. Right. Pawat of a name, origin of a foreign origin. So it might not be of Hebrew, So we can't get a Hebrew definition for that name. Okay? But then, of course, that's what we always check with the Zondervans, because the Zondervans gave us a clue as to what the name might be. Jeremiah identifies put as being adept in the use of the shield, Jeremiah 46:9. Right? Even in there, that might be the definition, being skilled with the sword in whatever language that is. But for the Hebrew, we're not gonna get the the formation of this name. It's like me saying Alexander. How would you write Alexander in Hebrew? You don't. You know what I mean? All right? You just give the description. Right? So that was Jeremiah. Look again, Jeremiah what? 46:9. Jeremiah 46:9. Okay? The mighty men of Ethiopia and Pawat. Tapash. Right? Tapash is the word tapash, to lay hold or to take on. So that's a new word right there. Tapash. Okay? To take them, handle, took. All right? So we're gonna put the word tapash as handle. Right? That's a note that we can take from investigate his name. The word handle. Handle is tapash. Tapash. Good. Okay. Who handle what? Tapashya Magan. Magan is the word for shield. Okay. And of course, we always break down what these words mean. Magan. Magan is shield. You see a word with a ma in the beginning, right? If you see a word with ma in the beginning, always investigate what is the word without the ma. If you really want to understand this thing. Ma means of, right? Gun was in the beginning was the word for garden. Right? The things in your garden. In Job, there was a gun. Ha-gun. We see Hagan in the praise, right? Hagan, Hagan, right? That ha is the, and gun is the word for garden, right? Ga, right, is the word camel, right? The na is nawan, which means sprouts, right? So there's something that sprouts so high, higher than the camel's back. That camel's hump is the figure or the drawing of the hill on a camel's back, right? So this is how we took things. We took the initial vocabulary and built words with them. All right. So now from the one, sprout is the figure of a plant sprouting its roots, right? And that God is to say a camel's back. It goes up high like a camel's back, right? Just be black and be a child and just try to picture the things you're seeing. Okay? Good, right? So a hedge that goes around the garden. Here's your house. Here's the garden. And the thing that protects your house from the outside world would be the gates or the hedges. These tall hedges, right? You've seen them before, right? See if you can put up a picture of a labyrinth, right? It's a hedge that's around a mansion. Even the labyrinth is cold because ain't nobody in the world making a labyrinth but us. Right? We are the people that think these intricate things. Meaning, you want to get to my house? Good. I am rich in my mansion. So what do I need to do? I need to have a gate around my house. Not only do I need a gate, I need a gate that is a maze. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you have been welcomed to my house, I'll have someone show you how to get to my house. The same how I have to ask you where the cross streets to your house, or you get lost. No problem. You don't know how to get through my maze? No problem. You have a bad intentions? You're going to come into my maze, get lost, and I'll come down there, find you, and investigate why you're here. You see what I'm saying? It was the ultimate trap without alarms, without cell phones.
What you call it, sir?
A labyrinth. LABYRINTH. Yeah, there you go. Right? Let's look for the one that is made out of tall bushes, hedge bushes. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's it right there. See if you're gonna share that screen, or you wanna share one. Anyone you feel like you wanna share, just share one of that. I like the ones that's made all square like that, but that's how they work. Yeah, they were like a puzzle. And you walk, and you gotta bust a right and a left, then a right, left, and you go straight, left. Don't go right. Go straight. Right, left, right, then you meet the house. You know what I mean? Okay. They can see these? Okay, there you go. Growing up, we had people had these kind of games. They had you have the maze, you have to draw your way to find Wally or something like that, finding Wally. You have to get a pencil, and you have to go through the maze and try to get to Wally or get to Mickey Mouse or something like that. You know what I mean? And a lot of the kids, they'll cheat. They'll go from the house and go out. Right? If you go from the beginning, you might lead yourself into a dead end. Dead end meaning that's the end of you. That's where you dead, unalive. You know what I mean? No sweat. Okay. So that was garden. The garden protects around your house. Good. Now, so now we have a visual of what protection is. You see what I'm saying? Now, I want to create the word for shield. This is the thing that protects me. Now, it's not the garden, it's not the gun, but it is from that sense of a protection of me and my things. It is my shield, my gun, of a shield, of protection. Okay? Okay, good. Right, so a brother called me last night, big up to QADASH, right, Chicago, right? And he was saying the Hebrew gets a little bit difficult to render in his mind, because when you look up a word, one singular Hebrew word will have 3 or 4 definitions. I'm trying to help you defeat the maze that the oppressor has put on our language, right? You have to look into what is the basic thing in the beginning, in the old past, in the old time that we saw. You have to go back in time to see what was this thing that we saw and what do we name it after. From there, right, you can go expound and investigate all the words and understand it. But you have to know the base thing. Jeremiah always used to say our language started with oaks, bugs before Adam. Oaks, bugs, grunts. My emotion, I don't like that. I don't know. Right? It tastes yummy, delicious. Yes. No. Right? And then of course, the language was formed from Adam. He looked in the stars. You read in Revelation about the tree that gave 12 fruits and all that. And he got the language from the stars. Right? So he saw things in the stars that the Lord was giving to him. The Lord was giving something new to him. And from there he created a language. He saw a cow. He saw ba, he saw a tent. Right? He saw ga, a camel's hump. Right? He saw da, a door. You see what I'm saying? He saw a ha, hand, to say behold. Da-da. Right? Hawa, za. He saw a weapon, a throwing weapon. See what I mean? Stuff like that. Now, even the examples I gave you, that is the example of picturing something in its most base form. A picture of a cow. alap. Good, right? What is an alap? Cow are strong. Cows are strong. Alap now means strong because they got a lot of muscles. Muscles. I don't know what muscles might be. Well, flesh is bashar. Okay, that's different, right? You have the word for the cows would always be quick to multiply. Jacob took some of Laban's cows, multiplied them to get his 4 wives. Right? Laban was happy with how much Jacob multiplied all the cows. He said, you know what? Take them and their husband, take the sister too. Take the sisters and their husband, take 4 of them. You got 4. Thank you for making me rich, Jacob. That's what he did. You see what I'm saying? Now from there, a cow was a thing you was able to make thousands of them. Alap is cow, alawap became the word for thousands. Now, alawap, the wa essentially means the thing that is doing. Wa in the middle of a word is like saying ing. I have to write this thing down. All right, we done with Africa, right? Okay. Come.
If I may, everyone.
Please.
We do have a question.
Babu Shah, let me hear it.
Lord Rain, he asked, can you help me with the translation for the word hunter? Thank you.
Okay. What translation did you find? Gold ring, right? What's the translation that you had found? What did you see? Let's go to where Gold Ring shares the information of what he found. He wants help with the word hunter, right? I believe the word is supposed to be Tazayad. Right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Let's see what word is in the one where Nimrod was a mighty hunter in Genesis. Okay. And I want to write down the so let me get the definition of the cow first. All right? Hazahab, right? Okay, so let me get the question out of the way, right? So the word for hunter in Genesis, right? Hunter is Tazayad. Tazayad. Okay? We have a Taza, we have a Ya, and we have a Da. Tazayad. Okay? When you see a Wa or a Ya in the middle of the word, when you see these in the middle of the word, right? This is an example of another form of compound wording, right? Let me make sure that everybody can see it nice and close. Okay. Right? Right? Wa in the middle of a word. I'm putting these dashes around it to say middle of a word. Right? Put a mark here so you can even understand. This is the middle of the word we're talking about. Wa in the middle of a word is like saying ing. Ya in the middle of a word is like saying ed. Okay? Say again. Oh, that's fine. I'm not in trouble, right? Nah. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Tazayad, right? So now, if we want to get to the root, we're always looking for the root. The root of Tazayad, we have to take away the Ya. Okay. Now we're left with Tazad. Right? Tazad. I think there was a brother called Tazadawan, Haiti. You go there, you're not good.
He's still there.
Most High in Christ, right? Tazad, right? Tazad. The word Tazad means side. After a hunter has done his work, everything that he has worked on is now from standing, now on the side, right? The figure of the Tazad, right? is a picture of a man on his side. So this is the advanced way, how we now state from the time of King Solomon onwards. Before that, it was written like this, right? It was written like this, and it was a picture of a man laying down on his side, laying down with his leg out on the side, or however dead people lay down. Okay? So Tazad, in the past tense, you sided him, you put him on his side, you laid him down, you laid him out. Right? This is a man who lays people out. This is, in English, this is the hunter. Okay? That's the hunter. Okay? I believe that Tazayard, let me not confuse anybody with two definitions, right? But that's to answer his question, right? Gotcha. Come. Any more questions on here? Gold ring. Let me know. Gold ring, if this is okay for you, all right? Lord ring, right? If you have any other questions, all right? I wonder what the word ring is in Hebrew. That's a good question. Ring. Let's look up the king's ring in Hebrew, right? We got the word
ring. Rain.
Oh, rain. Rain would be malak, like king.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But now I am myself, I'm curious to what the word ring is. This is how I grew. I'll hear things, I see a word in the cyber service that comes too often. I get curious, gotta look it up. Right? I don't like how this camera's too high on me. Let me just put it down a little bit. Okay. By the way, the word for finger is a tazabai. Tazabai. Right? Tazabai. Tazabai.
Is it signet?
Yes, the signet is it too. It's supposed to be something like that together, right?
The word Hebrew for that is katam.
Katam is golden. Katam is golden. Like General Katam Gobar? Yeah. So okay, so gold is Zahab. All right. Now I know it sounds like my name. My name has been made to be spelled like this, but my name, just like your name, is not the exact spelling of the word it came from. Right? Okay, my name means the wolf. The wolf is Za'ab. Za-a-ba. Right? But for pronunciation's sake, as of course in here, we know how to make names. Pagan like groups do not know how to make names. Right? Do not try to correct me and say my name is properly spelled Hazahab. It's not. The name given to me by sounds was Zahab. Where am I getting this concept from? Give me Luke chapter 1, where they named John. Okay. And then gold is Zahab, golden. Golden is Katham. Okay. Now, how could the word Katham be so? We have Ka. Ka is Ka. As a matter of fact, let me put some more room in there so we can get it. Okay. Right. Ka is Ka, which means hand, right? The palm of your hand. Right? Meaning you're doing something in your hand. Right? The thought is to say mark. There's something you're probably analyzing. Right? Thought is not thought, it's thou. Like thought is from thou. Right? Which you're marking something, there's some kind of specific thing you're going to, and then ma is for mayam. Mayam, which is water. Right? Good, right? So now you want to make something golden. You get a thing like General Kusango, but he's a noun. A man is a noun. He's a warrior. Kabar is warrior. And then you cover him in gold with your hands, and then you throw water on it to cool the gold as you cover this thing. You make it golden. You see what I'm saying? That's the thumb. Cup your hands. Thou, you're marking where to put it. And then as you pour this melted gold on this thing, you're cooling it with water. With your hands, golden. Let me write golden properly. Now, mind you, I've never heard of how to gold plate something. I learned that just now. I'm kidding you not. I've never heard of how automatically they dip the thing in gold. Right? But I don't know if you dip it, if you got a statue, a golden statue, you have to make it golden. So now I'm just going by the instruction. In this right here, the instruction says your hands, you're marking where to put the gold. You pour the gold there, you cool it with water. When you cool it with water, the melted gold turns into a solid instantly. Golden. Right? And that is an example. May I not say, let me not put the candlelight of the school under the bed. I beat it here. Now, of putting these words together, I learned from the ISUPK. I did not learn from a Jewish man. I did not learn from a particular group. I did not learn from someone in the street. You see what I'm saying? I learned it while in the ISUPK classes. When I'm not here, I can't think like this. When I'm teaching class, when two or more are gathered in my name, there I am. Amos 3:7. The Lord will do nothing, but He will reveal His secrets unto His prophets. This is the secret. Okay, I should have to say. I should have to. Who said it? One of Christ's disciples says, "No man shall stop me of this boasting." You see what I'm saying? I'm not making it a secret that we got this from here. And if you're not in here, you don't got this. No man shall stop me of this boasting. Precept in Philippians. No man shall stop me of this boasting. Okay, good.
You asked for John or Luke, sir?
Yeah, Luke. It should be Luke where John was being named.
It's Luke chapter 1, verse 13.
Is it 13?
But
okay.
But the angel said unto him, "Fear not, Zachariah."
One verse up. One. Fear not, Zachariah. Keep going.
For thy prayer is heard.
Okay, good.
And thy wife Elizabeth shall bear thee a son.
So Zechariah is the dad. Zechariah, the word is Zechariah, right? The key is built off the word Zakar. So you have Zakar. The name Zechariah is Zechariah, right? That's Zechariah, right?
No HS.
Say it again.
In the transliteration, no HS.
No H. Oh, S instead, right? Zacharias.
Yes.
Okay, good. Right. That means that who the S, that the Greeks put S on everything, on the end of everything, right? Okay, good. In the Hebrew it would be Zechariah, right? Yah as a way to not say the Lord's name in vain, right? That would be God's name. Right? It's an abbreviation of God's name. Right? An abbreviation. Okay, good. Right? Zakar means remember. Right? Zakar means remember. So that's who the father is, right? What's the mother's name? Elizabeth. Right? Elizabeth. Right? Elizabeth, right? Elizabeth with an E. Okay. That Beth is Ba. So in names, we don't say Banat. In names, we say Ba. All right? Banat, and this means daughter, by the way, right? Daughter. Okay. So for like a woman staying in a registry, she would say Beth, like your rib will be Beth, Mathania, Mary will be Beth, Tabitha, Beth, Hermania, right? Who wants his rib? Captain Desire got a rib, the Bosch, right? The Bosch, Bath, Yahweh, right? The daughter of Judah, right? Now, as a noun by itself, that's not a name. To say this is a daughter, you would say Banath, right? Banath is the name for a daughter, right? And now, I'm only saying this because I've never seen an instance where Banath is in the name for a sister. To say daughter, you always see Beth. Bath, Shabai, Bath this, Bath that, something but Judith. Yeah, no, not Judith. Is it Judith? Yahweh, no, that's Yahweh. Right, but you see Beth at the end of name to say daughter, right? Right quick. That Eliza is Allah Izar. Allah Izar. These were famous Haitians. I'm saying Haitians because we're dealing with the practical knowledge, right? Eleazar was one of the men that worked with a priest under Moses, I believe, right? Right. So Elizabeth is to say daughter of Eleazar. In other words, this is a tribal name to say we're the daughters of Eleazar. You see what I'm saying? We're the daughters of Benjamin. We're the daughters of Judah. All right. Eleazar also name is broken down, right? Allah, which means God. Izar, which means help. Now the name could be Elizabeth without Eliza, but I'm only saying daughter of Eliza, the person, because she was specifically a Levite, and back then we was proud of our heritages. Okay. Now it could be daughter of God's help, Elizabeth. Now a white woman, right, being the Queen of England, right, called Elizabeth. That's cultural appropriation, right? To take a name like this. You're wearing someone else's culture. You're supposed to be the Queen of Britain, of England. You're the Queen of England and all that. You know what I mean? Wearing all that Hebrew culture. And here's how your person is the devil. They never say this is a Hebrew name on the dead, unalived Queen of England. They never say that this is a Hebrew name. Her mother was named Mary or something like that. That Mary is a Hebrew name. All right. This. Allah, Alia Shabai. That's 7, right? It could be daughter of rest. It could be daughter of it says right there, an oath. Not Shabai. Because that's what I got as well for Elizabeth. Elizabeth? Gotcha. I don't know about okay, I see it right here. This is not what I got in my research though. Gotcha. That's Alia Shabai, but that by doesn't give us the F. Right? This is a transliteration, meaning the same how I took the B and put down here, and the E and put down here, and the teacher put down here. That's how things are transliterated in the Bible. You know what I mean? But throw out for that though, right? Got it. Okay. Okay. And then if you could keep reading in the Luke, bubble shop.
And thou shalt call his name John.
Then the angel said to Zechariah and Elizabeth, you're gonna name him John. Keep reading.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice at his
That's birth. The name. The word John. The word John means joy. Right? Now let's look up the word for joy in Hebrew. Okay, joy. Okay, we got the word on here, enjoy. That's the wrong one. We're looking for the one that begins with a ya. Not looking for the one that says shamka or shamaka. But not looking for the one that says what's the other one I saw? This one says this one says hold on. Enjoy them. With joy. For this one might need the concordance. Okay. Bear with me 1 second.
I'll find another one, but it's not the one that's it says right.
No, it's gonna sound.
Right now.
Say again.
I found another one besides the shop car,
Okay.
but it's right now.
Okay. The way our transliteration goes, right? The J always transliterates into a Y, right? That O, depending on the translation and who's translated it, it could become a W. That H comes down and that N comes down. All right. Now, being that O is in the beginning, it might not be anything, right? It is a vowel because English language, Latin languages, they need vowels. Okay. So it's being named John. I need the. Let me see if I can look in the. I got a concordance on my phone. Right. Yeah. Abagada ha wa. Not wa. Abagada. Slovakia. Hawa. Kataya. You found it?
I believe so.
What you got there?
It will be in Jeremiah. Double check that. So
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
see I found the name, but it doesn't say it doesn't give the definition.
Okay.
Jeremiah 40:8.
Mm.
It gives you the name, but it don't give me joy.
It'll give you joy, right?
It's the name of.
Okay. The word khan. Let's see what the word khan is, right? Yeah. Abagada ha was ha. Okay. I believe this is right here.
Kindness, favor.
There you go. We read that verse again in Luke.
Luke chapter 1, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt have joy and gladness, and many shall rejoice in his birth. At his birth.
It might be khan. It might be say yakhan to say he, ya to say he, and then khan. Let me just look up the word rejoice right quick. Rejoice, just to make sure.
That's how it says in the Hebrew. It says Yawakana.
Yawakana. That might be it, right? Yawakana. Wa. Ha is also translated to a ka. Right? Wa, ka, nan. Okay, good. Now keep reading.
Verse 15. For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink.
There we go. Keep reading.
And he shall be filled with the Holy Spirit, even from his mother's womb.
Come, keep reading.
Verse 16. And many of the children of Israel shall return to the Lord their God. 17. And he shall go before him in the spirit of power of Elias, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord.
Keep reading.
And Zacharias said unto the angel, whereby shall I know this? For I am an old man.
Where's the
My
part?
wife.
Where, is there a part nearby where he starts to, the angel starts to use his finger and say how to write the name? Right? There's a part where the angel puts his finger and says, don't write it like how it said like this. Write it like this. It's okay. What verse are you in? It's okay.
I'm in 18 now.
Yeah, 18, right? Oh, there you go. Give me down to verse 60.
Verse what?
60, 60.
60.
God.
And his mother answered and said, not so.
Oh, give me verse 59 so people can understand what we're saying.
59. And it came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias after the name of his father.
There you go. Now, another key thing about Israelite culture: baby don't have to be named at birth. Don't have to be named on the day of birth or before birth. This baby, in specific, was born and they have a name. On the day to be circumcised, on the 8th day, he was going to be named. Keep reading.
60. And his mother answered and said, not so.
No, we're not going to name him Zechariah after his father. Keep reading.
But he shall be called John.
But we're going to call him John. Keep reading.
And they said unto her, there is none of thy kindred that is called by this name. Right.
There's another clue now. We repeated names by our family's names. Keep reading.
Verse 62. And they
so read it again. It's lucky.
Verse 61. And they said unto her, there is none of thy kindred.
No. Now this means race. There's none of your race that is named after this name. Keep reading.
Of thy kindred that is called by this name.
There's no Israelite that has ever been given this name before. Read.
And they made signs to his father, how he would have him called.
They made signs to his father. In other words, they're trying to tell you you're gonna make the name like this, right? This name was Yahana. Okay. Now this is not Commander Jehana at all. That's not what I'm saying. But Commander Jehana is named after the biblical John. So we had a name, we had a definition of the name, we had the spelling of that name, and then she said he's going to be named this instead. After that same definition, but not that spelling, it is spelling that nobody has ever been named like this before. Of course, when people try to look up Yahana to get a definition of the name, by the direct spelling, there's no real way to translate that because this was not done in the common way of making names by putting words together. It was by altering the sound of the name, even though the name came from these words. All right. So that's that. All right. So Yeshazar's name is like that. Right. Your name was named after another brother. Right. I believe it was Yahatazar. Right. But your name is spelled differently than that. And my name is spelled differently than the word for wolf also. You know what I mean? Good. Okay. And by the way, if anybody needs to know This precept is not hard to find. This is Luke chapter 1. Chapter 1 in Luke. Please.
Lord Rain, is it appropriate for a name? I believe he's asking about the, what was his question earlier? For Hunter,
Right.
appropriate for a name.
No. It's not appropriate for a name, no.
LASHAWAN says, Salaki, sir, there is a sister in the school named Banaf Shaman.
Don't worry about that. We put on sinew onto our bones. Right? You're gonna force rebuilding the family again. You're gonna see a lot of things that was not done in the past. Don't worry about that. Just keep going forward. You see a bust pipe, fix it. Okay, that's what you do.
What about your Quatazan?
Quataza or Quatazar?
Quatazan. Yaqataza.
Yah means he. Right? Yah means he. Quataza means Quataza, right? Qua is rise. Taza is side. It could be talking about the edge of something, right? I'm trying to get the beginning, right? But this is usually the edge. The edge of something, the corner of something, corner, right? This is the edge, right? Edge. Now people say, oh, see, one Hebrew word is three things. Because in English, you got the word edge, you got the word corner, right? You have the edge of the sword. The edge of the sword is sharp. So your name is He Sharp. Right? But now the sharp was not the initial Hebrew word for this thing. Right? The word came from the word corner or edge of a thing. A corner or an edge of a thing. Right? So you're picturing the corner of something. I always start with the when they're trying to figure out the words, I always start from the last word back going forward. Right? You got the thing that's on the side of a thing, right? And it's going up. Okay? Or you could start from the ground and it's going up. Right? You got to just picture the thing. And it's an edge or a corner. All right? The corners of a thing are made to be sharp. The edge of a sword is all right. Okay? There's the sides. We got the sides. And going up the swords, there's this sharp corner, right? And the corner, it is sharp, right? There's a sharp edge going up the thing, all right? Good.
Can you do Yasharala?
Yasharala? God. Right, we have the name for Israel. Israel. Losers will say, see, ISIS run now. This is not the Egyptian language. This is Hebrew, right? This is likewise just from a transliteration, right? Transliteration. Right? What we do, we take the I, we bring it down. What is that? Why? English, you need vowels between a word to make a sound, right? Yeah. That S comes down to a sha. Right? That ra is an R. Right? And then that A is for English purposes, right? The L is Allah. Allah. Okay? So let me write this out properly. Yah, Shar, Allah. Okay? The Yah is to say he. That Shar is to say prince. That Allah is to say God. Right? He is a prince of God. In English, in Hebrew, we don't say is. We just say he big, he small, he loser, he prince. He prince, God. That's God's prince. Right? He is a prince of God. Right? Yashar Allah. We don't have to write off in there. Now, is can be written in Hebrew as higher, but it's not really a culture to always write is and higher everywhere. So I didn't have to say Yah, higher, Shar, Ma, Allah. I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that because that's not our culture of making names. We don't have to say everything out. We just get to the point, we just make a name. What's the main words in the thing? There it is, boom. Yah, Shar, Allah. Yah, Shar, Allah. Right? Good.
If I may, sir.
Yeah.
What would be the name for princess?
Shara. Shara. Right? Princess. Right? So, prince, we have Shar, right? Shar, right? And then for princess, we have Shara. The same sound, Shar, but Shara, right? Shara, not Shara, not like to say, not separating the Shar from the Ra. Right? Can you see this?
Yeah, you see it.
Okay. Right? Not to separate the Shar from the Ra. You separate, if you say Shara, you're saying pertaining to Ra. What's Ra? See. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about pertaining to something that we see. That's not what we're talking about. Right? That's why connectors are very important. So this is not, let me write down in a second over here. Right? It's not Shara, right? But it's Shar, right? And an R, right? With the ha on the end. So we have Shar, and then we have the servant tense. The serving tense. Princess is serve a prince. Right? Shara. Right? And it's not isolating this. You're not isolating the Shah from the Ra. Right? But this ha has been added onto Shar. Right? The ha has been added onto Shar. Shara. Right? I've seen General Muhammad to correct a lot of people a lot of time on how to pronounce this. Right? It's not Shara, it's Shara. There's a sister in the school called Banath Shara. Right? Likewise, there's a sister, the sister in school, she's been in school for a very long time. From before I came to school. Her name was Banath Shara. Right? I've heard people say her name on the, because we're not here personally to hear each other's name by mouth. Someone online will say, Sister Banath Shara said this. A lot of people do that, being that we're not taught these things of how to say things in linguistics, in reality, in the practical sense. Okay, good. Banath Shara. All right, good. Anything else? And by we could do this thing with names all day. Let's get Michael, Gabriel, Uriah, Raphael.
Sir, we do have my Shamar. You say, can we say that the Yah is there as a masculine connotation?
No.
As an indicator that he's male name?
No. In what are you talking about?
Can you explain Mashamor?
Is he talking about the Yah on like Yasharala? Okay. I would say yes. right? If he's saying, I'm thinking he's talking about something at the end of the word, right? At the end of the word, Yah means mine. At the beginning of the word, it says he or it. Okay? Now, likewise for females, tha at the beginning of a word can mean she, right? Or if it's something that's female but it's an item or something, you could say tha as it. I've seen that before, right? But ha is he or it. All right? So, mashma, I'll say yes, it is. But the way you're saying it, it sounds too academic. It makes me want to say no. I don't want to. Don't hit me with the white man talk. Hit me with black nigga talk. All right. I might use some fancy English myself, right? But hit me with the black nigga talk, right? Because the white man is always wrong to me. Always. I don't care what he's always wrong to me. Right? I don't care what opinions he has about anything is wrong. Unless it's something that's proven, it's proven. If it's a theory, the Bible is over him. Right? I'm talking about people who do research and all that. I look at a lot of Caucasian research, and there are key things in there to be used as tools. Right? As even Ezra, second Ezra says that these people are made to the earth is made for our sakes. The world is made for our sakes. So anything they have is to be used for us. It's to be a tool, right? But that doesn't mean whatever he says goes in all things. That's not what that means, right? You get a book for what it's good for. The rest is garbage, straight up garbage, trash. Okay. 905. Okay, good. Is there anything else?
You confirmed that it was talking about in the beginning.
Okay.
Said same as that, the sister's name.
That's why I got a little confused, because I wasn't sure what he was talking about with a yah.
So the yah, he said he was speaking about in the beginning.
In the beginning.
So now he's asking, is it the same as that in a sister's name?
I need an example of a yah in a sister's name. Like Yahweh, that yah doesn't mean he. That yah is just to say, the Lord's name on the sister. The sister belongs to the Lord.
Are you asking, Master Mark? You asking is af at the end is a connotation for women? Can you clarify what you're asking? So Officer Hazahab,
okay.
If sharp with the answer.
If he's saying af at the end of a word to signify women or feminine, no, right? Af at the end of a name is to signify plural, but not in the sense of numbering single plural. It's in the sense of a category. So let's think of this is the right section, or let's think of a section. This is the section tense, or the category sense, the generalized plural sense. The white man will put it like that. You put like the generalized plural sense. He'll do it like that. He say, you got these academic words which make no sense to me. I don't like it. I don't read it. Hate it. You know what I mean? I gotta get the black, straight out of slavery, the nigga, the free brother sense. I gotta get that. I gotta get the thing that resonates with a brother who's a brother. You know what I mean? Because the person be wrong. He be wrong about a lot of things. He say things. The person is the reason why we just say feminine. So we see Shara here, and we say Hab is feminine because it's put on the end of Shar, right? But that's just not true. Okay? For example, Ban is son, right? Bana. I see where Mashamam. He might be looking at something like this, right? Bana. Bana does not mean daughter. Bana does not mean daughter. There's a ha on the end though, But this ha does not make this word feminine. Right? The word banah is the word for build. Right? That's the word banah. Okay? Banah is the word for build. Okay? Now, men built. Men may put straw into dirt and make bricks, and they build a house. Right? So with instances like this and many other ones, like Solomon's name, this ha is not feminine like how the white man says it. Right? But what the white man is trying to say that he doesn't understand because he's lost, he doesn't understand his place in the earth. Ha is the serving tense. It's the lower rank tense. It's the serving tense. It's giving respect to the thing above it. Sons build. You see what I'm saying? That's what sons do. They build. They build for somebody. You got a lot of sons, you can build a house. You don't got no sons, you don't build. You don't get no house. You don't got no sons. You got no sons, you live in a tent. Okay, that's what you do if you got no sons. You live in a tent. You live in some hut somewhere, right? And you chase chicken for dinner. If you got sons, you build a house, you build a chicken coop, you build a gate for the cows. You build things. When you got sons, your sons tame the horses and tame the cows and keep everything within the thing that's built. Okay, good. Now, if you're talking about the af in Banath, right? I still couldn't say that's feminine because, of course, there's instances that are not feminine that go along with that, right? So, Banath, this is some category set, right? Banath is the word for daughter, right? That's what he's talking about, right? But I can't rightly say that this now means feminine. Now, we could do some investigating. We could definitely do some investigating and look at other instances, and maybe you can prove me to say yes. But I haven't had no connotations, right, that this means that. But we are open for investigation. Okay? Good. All right? Now, you have sons, and then you have a category of something else that is not sons, the daughters. Right? So I can still lean this towards categorized sense, meaning they came out of the woman after you got her pregnant. They came out of the woman, but it's not a son. This is something else that goes besides the son, right? Daughters are beside the son. They are raised also. They have to be raised. They have to have a dad in their life, or right? They gotta have a dad in their life to teach them right. The same way the dad teaches the sons right, right? But these things become the service of men, right? These things are under a man. So just like all things, here's a TV, right? Here's TV. This is the main thing we're talking about. I've got a son is the main thing, right? TV, and let's get the categories of TV. Let's get the categories. Let's get the Samsung TV. Here's a category on the Samsung, right? Let's get a Sony TV. Let's get a Panasonic. Do you have those anymore? Panasonic TV, right? And all of these, you have the flat screen, right? But the Panasonic, the Sony, and the Samsung are categories derived from this. They are also TVs. Just like our daughters are also born from the mother and the father. Right, but there are different categories, all right? If it makes any sense to you, all right? If it helps you, if it makes any more sense to you, right? Okay. I wanted to get the cows, but I said it already. Just take the explanation, right? We'll run with that. We'll do that another day, all right? And with that, I pass the class, the priest and the officer. Is there any more questions right there, real quick, just to make sure? Just to make sure. So we are a family. Families need to be heard.
No question. He said, the one I was asking about Yah in the name Israel.
Oh, Yah in the name Israel is he, God. Okay. Okay. Right quick. Michael, Maya Allah. Maya is who? Ka is like, Ka, Ka is like, Allah is God. Maya, Ka Allah. Right? Gabriel, Gabar, Ya Allah. Gabar, warrior, Allah, Yah in the middle of a name usually means something of. Allah means God, warrior of God. Raphael, Rapah, Ya Allah, Rapah to mean heal, Yah to mean of, Allah mean God. Uriel, same thing. Awar, light, Yah of Allah, God, light of God. And with that applies the class of priest and officer of 5,000 camp leader of Haiti, Officer Yetazar.
Oh, sign of Christ. Sorry. Clap it up, clap it up. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi 3, verses 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, announce. The upcoming holy convocation, as you all know, is going to be in Durham, North Carolina, which is the Lord's 55th annual Passover.
That's right.
Make sure you go to ISUPK.com and pay your $200 Passover fee. That includes what is it called? I don't want. It's a general pass. Is that the term that we use?
What, the Passover fee?
Right. It covers from the 17th to the 22nd.
God.
Right.
And the Lord said that you shall not appear before the Lord empty-handed.
Right. All right. So make sure you go to ISUPK.com. Make sure you are in the building, man. It's going to be glorious as we see our enemy's kingdom is falling. It's time for us to rejoice and get back to our Lord's statutes and commandments, man. If any brother want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and his sisters, contact your camp leader in your zone with that. Then a visual at Majam, which means to stand. You're going to give one courtesy salute. I Majam Shabbat. I Majam Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Brakatam. To the sisters, Yahweh Shema Alatam Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yajamata. Dismiss.